Meanwhile, in Britain, they were dealing with the consequences of their own political stunts. The BBC reported on Wednesday, "Look at you, trying your hand at real journalism again instead of biased propaganda. Good for you." They reported that legal advisors have been telling immigrants and illegals from Muslim countries to pose as being gay, even though they're not, so that they will be granted asylum, with some lawyers going so far as to actually coach the migrants on how to fabricate gay photographs of themselves and helping them come up with false backstories that will support their lies. The BBC's undercover investigation exposed how legal advisors are raking in big amounts of cash by helping Pakistanis and Bangladeshis apply for asylum that they do not actually qualify for by falsely claiming to be gay, which would put them at risk of persecution in their home countries, meaning that they get in on the asylum grounds that are meant for real asylum seekers in real danger. And I would just point out, abuses like these are going to lead to the British people deciding not to take in any asylum seekers. And then real persecuted people will die. And that will be on you scammers. And you can live with the blood that will be on your recklessly manipulative, profiteering hands, O compassionate ones. One BBC reporter went undercover to a meeting that was organized by a group that has the gall to claim that it supports gay and lesbian asylum seekers, by which they mean this scam. Around 175 people attended that meeting, which was put on by the Worcester LGBT, but none of them actually were lesbian or gay, apparently. According to the BBC, one man even told them, quote, "Most of the people here are not gays." Another man replied, "Nobody is a gay here. Not even 1% are gay. Not even 0.01% are gay." That BBC reporter had posed as a migrant who was seeking asylum, and in that capacity, he met multiple times with an advisor for the Worcester LGBT named Tunisia. For their very first meeting, the reporter met with her at Tunisia's house and was then invited to her bedroom to chat. That is where I have all of my talks with random men from other countries that I've just met for business reasons. Tunisia sat on her bed as she told the undercover journalist that he should claim to be a gay man when he applied for asylum. The reporter quickly informed Tunisia that he wasn't gay. Tunisia replied, "Listen to me. There is nobody who is real. There is only one way out in order to live here now, and that is the very method everyone is adopting. At the moment, there is only one route from where you can get a visa, and it is open. It is the asylum visa. It is on human rights, and it is called gay case or same sex. There is no hope for any other visa." So, rather than playing by the rules and respecting the fact that her fellow citizens have a right to a say in these decisions too, Tunisia decided that she was queen of the Isle of the Mighty, and as such, that entitled her to commit crimes in order to get her own way, because she's the only one that matters. And like I said, Tunisia, when actual gay people die in these countries unable to get asylum visas because of your manipulation and abuses, I hope that their faces haunt your dreams. Tunisia stressed to the undercover reporter that he would have to convince the UK government that his lies were true in his asylum claim, and that he would do this by memorizing a made-up story and coming up with fake gay photos, saying, "The approach we will take is this. I will fully prepare you for the interview by compiling a comprehensive package for you, including photographs of you at clubs, various other places, various other pieces of supporting evidence, and an organizational letter and additional letters of support so that you are completely ready when I send you in." The cost of her law-breaking legal advice came out to 2,500 British pounds, or $3,385 here in the good old US of A. But Tunisia wanted it to be noted that her price would increase if the UK government rejected the false asylum claims that she made up, and the case had to be appealed. The phony asylum seeker then asked about his wife, who he claimed was still in Pakistan, and asked how to get her in. Tunisia told him, "If you call her here, then we will apply for her asylum as well. Once she's here, we can make her a lesbian." Apparently she's a big Kathleen Kennedy fan. According to the BBC report, this lying LGBT scam could bring in as much as £7,000 or $9,480 per case for these slimy legal firms. The BBC also interviewed one man who had arrived in Britain from Pakistan in 2011, coming on a student visa. When his visa expired, he sought help from a lawyer who advised him to lie and claimed to be gay, even though that was not true, and he had been living in the country as a straight man. The lawyer also advised him to back up this lie by attending pride marches and gay clubs to bolster his false story. In that case, the migrant's attempts at asylum was unsuccessful, and he moved back to Pakistan. That migrant, however, told the BBC that 3 of his friends from Pakistan successfully obtained asylum in Britain by lying about their sexuality. The United Kingdom has seen a massive spike in Muslim migrants in the past decade, and hundreds of those migrants have claimed LGBT status in order to have any grounds for their asylum claims. Britain's Home Office reported that 578 Pakistanis claimed to be LGBT in their asylum claims just in 2023 alone. Another 175 asylum seekers from Bangladesh and 103 from Nigeria also claimed to be members of the LGBT. You know, the people that they actually want to throw from rooftops. Good luck with this, chickens for KFC.